Hello?
Good morning. My name is Glenn. I am calling from the Goldfish Incorporated. May I speak to Miranda Cunningham?
She's not in at the moment. I'm a colleague. What can I do for you?
We are a company that provides interim jobs. We have over 250,000 registered candidates covering all kinds of jobs.
Sorry, I don't understand what this has to do with me.
We understand that you are planning to open a new office in Glasgow, right?
Yes, that's correct.
So you will need new personnel.
Sure.
As you know, newspaper advertising can be a slow and expensive process. Our job is to help you find new qualified personnel in a short time.
I see.
We can recommend career fairs and provide an effective recruitment service. We guarantee only high-achieving candidates.
Thank you. It's not up to me to make a decision. As I said, Mrs. Cunningham is not in at the moment.
I understand. Would you mind if I call again later this week?
Not at all. Goodbye.
Thank you for your time. Goodbye. Hello, the Sentinel. How can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to place a job ad in your newspaper.
Hold the line, please. I will put you through to Mr. Finder.
Hi, are you ready for a very useful workout? We are going to talk about selling on the phone, job offers, and so on. Quite an interesting subject, right? Today we are going to learn about specific phone language, job-related terms and verbs, offering services. Al is in Miranda's office when the phone rings. As Linda doesn't answer, he picks up the phone. Can you remember who the caller is? Glenn from the Goldfish Incorporated. She says, "Good morning, my name is Glenn. I am calling from the Goldfish Incorporated. May I speak to Miranda Cunningham?" The Goldfish Incorporated is a company that provides interim jobs. Interim jobs are temporary jobs. They have over 250,000 registered candidates covering all kinds of jobs. Many companies today require personnel on a temporary basis. Glenn is calling because she has heard that they are planning to open a new office in Glasgow. And what do you need when you start a new business somewhere? Sure, new personnel. Finding new qualified personnel may not be easy, and newspaper advertising can be a slow and expensive process. That's why the company can help you find new qualified personnel in a short time. They also recommend career fairs and provide an effective recruitment service. Have you ever heard of career fairs? A career fair or job fair is an opportunity for employers, recruiters, and potential employees to meet. As sometimes companies may find low-quality applicants, they guarantee only high-achieving candidates. High-achieving candidates means people who have a lot of potential and capabilities. As Miranda is not in, Al cannot make a decision. The employee asks, "Would you mind if I call again later this week?" Finally, she thanks him and says goodbye. "Thank you for your time. Goodbye." After that, Al decides to call a newspaper and place a job ad in a newspaper. Ad is short for advertisement. Do you think it is a good idea? While you are thinking about it, I'll be off, as our lesson is over. Keep practicing your English. Goodbye.
Oh, I almost forgot. Miranda is in court and has asked me to check her emails. Okay, Miss Adams. Dear Mrs. Cunningham, I wish to inform you that another unpleasant event has occurred and, let's see, this one. Hi, Miranda. I would like to know the dates and location of the conference on bioethics and health law. Thanks a lot, Janet. Send email to Janet as soon as possible. Oh, help. I have to send an email to all the colleagues. I must tell them that there will be no internet connection from 10 to 12 today. Subject, internet connection failure. Dear colleagues, I am writing to inform you that due to technical problems, there will be no internet connection from 10 to 12 this morning. Let me apologize for the inconvenience. The IT department has guaranteed that by 12, everything will be back to normal. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact extension 335 IT Services. Thank you for your attention. Kind regards. Postscript. I know you are going to hate me. 2 hours without the internet. But it's not my fault. I am just a personal assistant, and there's nothing I can do about it. Lots of kisses, your friend, Linda. I'm afraid I can't send it like this. Okay, let's write something serious. Miranda would kill me if I sent something like this.
Welcome back to our business training session. Today, our workout is about one of the most common forms of written communication. Can you guess? Emails, right. We are going to learn about email structure, the subject line, the salutation, the body of the email, the conclusion, and finally the close. Miranda is in court, and Linda has to check her emails, that is, to read them. You can write, reply to, and send emails. Emails have a precise structure. These include the subject line, where you state briefly what the email is about. Linda has to send an email to her colleagues to inform them that there will be an internet connection failure for some time. The subject line of her email is internet connection failure. If you are writing an email to ask for information, the subject line may be inquiry. If it's about an order, it may be order number 4457FG and so on. The subject line is important because it informs the recipients of the contents of your message. This is followed by the salutation, that is, the opening words. Dear colleagues, in this case, but you can also write hi, hello. The salutation is followed by the body of the email. This section can start in many ways. I am writing to inform you. I wish to inform you. I would like you to know. And when it's a very short message, just a quick note too. After the body of the email, there is the conclusion. Thanks for your attention. In other cases, you may use Looking forward to your reply. Hope to hear from you soon. And please write soon. Finally, the close. Do you remember what Linda wrote? Kind regards. Can you think of other ways of saying that? I'll help you. Yours sincerely. Yours faithfully. All the best and best wishes. With my best wishes, I'll say goodbye now as our workout is over. I'll meet you soon for another training session.
Adriana, have I told you about the photos for the magazine?
What photos? What magazine?
A magazine wants to take some pictures of my coffee bar for a series of articles called Secret London.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Yes, it is. They want to publicize the coffee bars where you can drink a cup of coffee in peace and quiet.
Huh, good idea.
They will use photographic models in the pictures. Imagine what great publicity it will be for my business.
Indeed. Maybe it won't be so secret anymore.
Maybe they will want to take pictures of me as well. They may even ask me to be in an advertisement.
Why not?
I'm only afraid that I won't be photogenic.
Ah, I can help you if you want me to. A close friend of mine is a model.
Wonderful! I would like to look charming.
Oh, no problem. You can flutter your eyelashes like this. This is very appealing. Uh-huh.
How can I show surprise?
You can raise your eyebrows. Like this.
Huh? And when I get indignant?
Twitch your nose.
Good. And what about self-satisfaction?
That's my favorite one. You smirk. And if you're happy, you beam.
One last thing. How do I show disapproval?
Easy. You sniff. It's very effective.
Well, I hope that's not necessary.
Yeah!
Hi, everybody. This is going to be a very special workout. Not very tiring, but extremely useful. Today, we are going to talk about body language and facial expressions in particular. We will learn how to be charming and attractive, to show surprise or shock, to express nervousness, to show self-satisfaction and happiness, and lastly, to show disapproval. As you have seen, Emily is given a unique opportunity. A magazine wants to publish a series of articles about Secret London, and they plan to talk about her coffee bar too. As with every magazine, photos will be included in the article. How does Emily feel about it? She is very excited, but a bit worried as well. In particular, she is worried that she might not be as photogenic as she would like to be. I think most of us have been disappointed about how we have come out in photos, right? Luckily, Adriana is there to help. First, Emily wants to be, remember? Charming, yes. When a woman wants to be charming and attractive, she flutters her eyelashes. Did I do that well? When fluttering her eyelashes at a man, a woman uses her charm and attractiveness to get on the right side of him. What do you do when you want to express surprise? Sure, You raise your eyebrows. You show surprise by moving your eyebrows upwards. When you get indignant, you can twitch your nose, which means to make a quick movement with your nose. For example, she twitched her nose like a rabbit. Sometimes you may wish to express satisfaction, so you can smirk. A smirk is a smile that expresses satisfaction or self-satisfaction. And when you are happy, you beam, sure. For example, she beamed with delight at his remarks. Finally, to sniff. To sniff at something means to wrinkle your nose in an unpleasant way, showing your low opinion of something or someone. Well, I hope you found this lesson interesting enough. Bye, and see you next time for another training session.
Felicity, you look great today. Come on, Felicity. I can't believe you haven't got a host of admirers.
I have a host of people that get on my nerves.
Get on your nerves? How come?
Yes. They think it's good to keep me up to date with all the latest bad news.
I see.
Luckily, I do not know many people.
Maybe you could make some new friends.
To hear some more bad news, no thanks.
Felicity,
Yes.
have you ever tried doing some yoga?
Yoga? No.
I think yoga could really help you.
How?
Yoga promotes health and happiness by working on the mind, body, spirit. You will start by asking yourself some really important questions, such as, am I satisfied with what I'm doing?
I don't have to do yoga to know that.
Yoga teaches you that happiness does not depend on external events.
What does it depend on then?
It is a completely new perspective. You learn to be happy now, to turn despair into joy.
That's really hard to believe.
The main form of yoga practiced in the West is Hatha yoga.
Hatha yoga?
Yes, it involves yoga postures and breathing exercises.
Postures?
There are a lot of yoga postures. Dog and cat, the cobra, the locust.
Dr. Fraser, I don't think yoga would be good for me. I'm scared stiff of exotic animals.
Felicity, but these are just the names of the different postures.
Hi. Today we are going to do a fantastic relaxing workout. One that will make you feel great even if you have had a very hard day. In fact, we are going to learn a lot of terms related to yoga and contemplation. Felicity is in Ray's room. She is not very happy, and Ray is doing his best to improve her morale. He proposes her to try yoga because yoga promotes health and happiness. He says yoga teaches you that happiness does not depend on external events. Happiness is the feeling of being in high spirits. Synonyms of happiness include joy, great happiness, bliss, perfect happiness, and delight. That means great pleasure, satisfaction. Opposites of happiness are unhappiness, sadness, and melancholy. As you have heard, yoga enables you to turn despair into joy. Despair is a feeling of hopelessness or desperation. When you are quite happy, you can say, I am very pleased, and I am glad. When you are very happy, you can say, I am extremely happy, absolutely delighted, or absolutely thrilled. Opposites of happy are unhappy, sad, or disappointed. When you are very sad, you can be very unhappy, desperately sad, very depressed, and miserable. I would say that felicity is desperately sad, very depressed, and miserable. Don't you agree? Yoga may be useful for her. Ray says that Hatha Yoga, the main form of yoga practiced in the West, involves yoga postures and breathing exercises. Posture means a position of the body. Breathing exercises are based on breath, the air taken into or expelled from the lungs. Ray mentions some yoga postures. Do you remember them? Right. Dog and cat, the cobra, the locust. They are simply the names of some postures, not, as Felicity thinks, real animals. I do hope you enjoyed this lesson and feel better too. Don't forget to practice your English. Bye, and see you next time.
Look at the cinema listings. There are lots of nice movies showing.
How do you know?
I read the cinema reviews. This movie must be really unforgettable.
Ah, we could go to the cinema if you want to.
Why not? Today's Friday, right?
Right.
We better book seats then.
Sure. Have you got a phone number?
Let me see where this movie's showing. Here. 0871 971 5682.
0871 971
5682.
5682.
How can I help you?
Yes. I would like to book 2 tickets for tonight's showing.
I am sorry, but I think you've got the wrong number.
Oh. Okay. Bye. You must have given me the wrong number.
I don't think so. You dialed the wrong number. Okay, try this one. 0871 971 5587.
Okay.
Thank you for calling the Apollo Leicester Square. For details about movies now showing, press 1. To book tickets, press 2. To talk to customer service, press 3.
Oh, my. I hate all this.
Thanks for calling the Apollo Leicester Square. Your call is in a queue. Please hold on until one of our operators is free. We are sorry to keep you waiting.
Next time we go out to have pizza, okay?
Pizza. Sure.
This is Mary speaking. How can I help you?
Yes, I want to book 2 tickets for tonight's showing at 8:30.
Can you give me your name and credit card number, please?
Oh, sure.
Hi everybody. Our workout today is going to be very pleasant. In fact, we are going to the cinema. You like going to the movies, don't you? However, sometimes you may have to book the tickets by phone, and that's not always easy. We will learn about how to book tickets by phone, how to say that a phone number is wrong, and about telephone messages. Lucy and Emily have decided to go to the cinema. Lucy has seen the cinema listings. That is, the list of movies that are showing. She reads the cinema reviews or comments on the movies. As there is a nice movie showing, they decide to go. But it's Friday, right? And it's better to book the tickets beforehand. Lucy finds a phone number, and Emily makes the phone call. Unfortunately, she dials the wrong number, and the person who answers says, "I am sorry, but I think you've got the wrong number." Sometimes you may want a specific person. So the answer could be, "I am sorry, there's nobody of that name here." Fortunately, Lucy finds another number. This time there is a recorded message. "Thank you for calling the Apollo Leicester Square. For details about movies now showing, press 1. To book tickets, press 2. To talk to the customer service, press 3. Since there is not always someone on the other end, it is important to learn to understand phone messages. When Emily dials the number, there is another recorded message. Your call is in a queue. Please hold on until one of our operators is free. We are sorry to keep you waiting. You can also hear, we are experiencing an unusual volume of calls. Please hold the line. Or, all the lines are engaged at the moment. Your call is in a queue. Please hold on and your call will be answered as soon as possible. Finally, when she has lost all hope, Emily is able to speak to an operator and book the tickets. Obviously, if she finds her credit card, what do you think? I do hope she finds it and that they will be able to do what they have planned. By the way, I am going to the cinema too tonight. It's a very scary horror movie. I'll tell you about it next time. Bye.
Would you like something to drink?
Yes, sure. I'd like a natural fruit drink if possible.
Gin and tonic for me.
Okay. You are from Australia, right?
Yes, I am.
I'm going there in a couple of months. Do you have any recommendations on what I should see?
Sure. I'm from Sydney. Sydney is Australia's largest city and a real cultural melting pot.
Interesting.
There is a lot to see, but there are some places that cannot be missed, such as the harbour, the Opera House, the historically important area of the Rocks, and the World Heritage Blue Mountains, not far from Sydney. I could lend you a travel guide of the city if you wish.
That would be great.
But the most important thing is not to miss a party on top of a skyscraper. The view of the city and its harbour is breathtaking.
Are you ready to leave?
Sure. I have even bought a new camera for the occasion.
What I mean is visas, passports, insurance, and so on.
Not really.
It's essential to have such practical information prior to and during journeys to faraway places such as Australia.
That's right. For instance, a visa is required of all visitors to Australia.
How can I obtain the visa?
Oh, I can't remember. Visa regulations change from time to time, so you'd better check on the internet.
What about vaccinations?
There are currently no specific vaccinations required.
Thank goodness.
Just one last suggestion. I don't wish to be impertinent, but perhaps it would be a good idea to have a new hairdo before you leave.
What?
A new hairdo. I am a hairdresser, and a new hairstyle is always important before important changes and experiences.
Yes! That is a great idea!
Hi, are you ready for another workout with me, Anthony? I hope so, because today we're going to travel to a faraway country. How exciting. We're going to learn about talking about places of interest, practical travel information. Emily is about to go to Australia. Since Chloe is from Sydney, she provides some information on places that cannot be missed, that she must see, such as the harbor, the opera house, and so on. Along with these places, she recommends, do you remember what? Sure, a party on top of a skyscraper, because the view of the city and its harbor is breathtaking. Breathtaking means of outstanding beauty. When you travel, there are many things to take into account. One of the most important is practical information. That is information related to visas, passports, insurance, and so on. This practical information is particularly important when traveling to faraway places, such as Australia. Far away means distant. First, you have to check if your passport is valid. Then you should check if a visa is required. Chloe says that a visa is required of all visitors to Australia. A visa is an official mark made in a passport which allows you to enter or leave a particular country. For example, you can say, I traveled to Argentina on a tourist visa. There are two main kinds of visa, a tourist visa and a work visa. A tourist visa usually lasts for a few months, while a work visa lasts longer, but it is much more difficult to obtain. Visa regulations change from time to time, so you'd better check on the internet. It is indeed wise to check the internet for visa and other types of regulations as well. Another very important aspect to take into account is health information. Are vaccinations required? A vaccination is a protection against a particular disease, usually by injection. Indeed, the authorities may not let you enter a country if you haven't had the required vaccinations. And that would be most upsetting, don't you agree? Luckily, there are no specific vaccinations required. So, according to Mr. Little's opinion, the only thing Emily needs is, remember? Sure, a new hairdo. That is the style of a person's hair. Hairdo is a term especially used for women. Well, I can't go to Australia, and I'm not going to go to the hairdresser, but I am going to the barber shop to get a haircut. Bye, and I'll see you soon in our next training session.